Hello and welcome to my channel Mystic Mem Tarot. Today I am doing a reading that I've never actually done before, so I really hope you enjoy it. This reading is from Spirit to the Masculine. I will finish it off with several songs too. These songs will resonate with how the masculine is currently feeling and also reflect the role that he played in losing the divine feminine. Now let's begin. What would Spirit like to say to the masculine today? The DF has accepted that you would never offer her the truth about what actually happened. She knew you would avoid her questions, breadcrumb, and gaslight her. She knew that she wouldn't get the answers that she needed, so there was no point even trying to talk to you. She then turned silent and went on her healing path beside me. You were lucky to have a blessing bestowed upon you. I chose the DF specifically for you as a divine counterpart. You were so disgraceful with the way you handled your gift. The moment you chose the karmic, the spiritual contract between the DF and you was null and void. You disrespected, made a fool of, and attempted to replace your kingdom spouse with a feral. You turned the Two of Cups upside down for the DF and poured out her cup of love. You stole the divine feminine's energy and went and shared it with others. Because the DF walked away and closed out the cycle, the tower has now fallen and you are getting bad karma. The DF was not interested in sharing you with a karmic, nor was she interested in competing for the love of a man. The DF gave up on you and left you alone to lead your reckless lifestyle and do whatever you please with your life. She no longer cares. You knew that the DF had a soft spot for you and you took advantage of that. You have turned verbally abusive towards the karmic. You take your regret and anger concerning losing the DF out on her. You played the divine feminine for a fool and insulted her intelligence. Just so you are aware, I will continue to protect my earth angel, which is the DF. You have been attempting to cause problems, drama, chaos, and difficulties in the DF's life. The DF is a high priestess. She knows all of your secrets. There is no point even trying to hide them anymore. You may have played games and put other women into third parties in the past. However, the Empress is above that. It was never going to work with her. This was a big lesson that you had to learn. You drink way too much alcohol. You need to keep an eye on your health. You have scarred the DF so much that she has lost trust in all men now. Messages from Spirit to the masculine today. As soon as the DF detached from you, her life started to improve in all areas: financially, psychologically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. You expected an empress to chase after you. That was never going to happen. It is so warped how you now feel backstabbed and betrayed by the DF because she is silent and is moving forward in her life. You messed with one of my chosen ones, and that is why your punishment is so harsh. You don't get to come back now that you realize you made a mistake by choosing that Jezebel spirit. I won't allow you to spin the block. The DF is number one, not number two or an afterthought. She is way too precious to me. You keep stalking the Empress as she is one of the only women in your life who hasn't chased after you. There was no real winner in this love triangle. You are upset, agitated, and aggro that you chose the wrong person. The karmic is getting blamed by you constantly, and the DF had her heart broken like it's never been broken before. She suffered so much in the past. You kept your sex addiction a secret from the DF. You indulged in your kinks, fetishes, and sexual fantasies with the karmic. You broke spiritual laws and placed your own counterpart in competition with a stinky, evil Jezebel karmic. All humans make mistakes in life. You are just supposed to learn from them. You were so lustful, you always gave into temptation, and that was your downfall. You have dark entities attached to you, and you also wear a mask. I was blessing the DF over and over simply by keeping her away and at a distance from you because your intentions were bad. You have played with way too many people's hearts, and you also use people for material things in your life. You lacked respect for the Divine Feminine and put her in the same category as all of the karmics that you were dealing with. You treat relationships like video games. You play them, and when you get bored, you cheat. The more you defend a lie, the angrier you become. This explains your behavior in the end towards the Divine Feminine. What else would Spirit like to say to the masculine today? Your betrayal taught the DF the importance of resilience, forgiveness, and the power of moving forward with grace and strength. The Divine Feminine does not deserve someone who comes back. She deserves someone who never leaves her in the first place. Secrets and lies kill relationships. No matter how careful you are, you will get caught. The DF is listening to her higher self now. She is listening to and is obedient to me, and that is why she is having so many life upgrades now. You can sense that the DF has a new love offer coming in, and that's why you are going to rush back towards her now. You are now telling the karmic that you should have stayed with the Divine Feminine. No wonder she has it in for the DF. You never take accountability for any of your decisions. You need to start acting your age. You use sex to control people. You're a control freak who likes to play God in people's lives. If you ever want a chance with the Empress ever again, then you need to match her energetically as an emperor. You need to give up the heavy drugs, the third parties, the karmics, the partying, and the toxic, reckless lifestyle that you lead. It is dangerous. You had a soul connection with the Divine Feminine, but you chose a karmic connection over that. You left your soulmate high and dry. The Divine Feminine is guarded and cautious now. Do you blame her though? I heard all of the conversations and the pillow talking that you did with the karmic. I heard the bitching, the gossip, the threats, and the bad intentions. You were supposed to hold the DF up on a pedestal and treat her like the queen that she is. The DF views you as a wolf in sheep's clothing now. She thinks that you used her, abused her, took from her, tried to play her, and deceived her. You have spent your life surrounded by karmics. I gave you a massive blessing and you stomped on it and then disposed of it. Now the DF though is getting the last laugh. Love triangles are like ticking time bombs. Sooner or later they explode. This is why the DF had to turn her back on the situation and leave it all behind her. According to the Divine Feminine, she feels the saddest thing about betrayal is that it never comes from your enemies. It comes from those that you trust the most. You are no longer a divine soulmate. Now you are a karmic soulmate. The DF is currently focusing on her family, her work, her business, her home, and her passions. The surest way to hurt someone is to make them believe you love them and then disappear from their life. This is exactly what you did. You and the DF had a divine purpose together. You were supposed to build a kingdom and create a legacy together. By choosing a karmic instead, you have forfeited your own destiny. You chose the karmic path. You are no longer a counterpart. You are a fallen counterpart and a fallen twin flame. I am now searching for your replacement to bring in and reward the Divine Feminine with. The DF didn't cry because of you. You weren't worth it. She cried because her delusion of who you were was shattered by the truth of who you really were. What messages today from Spirit for the masculine? You need to grow up and do the shadow work if you want your life to go in a more positive direction. In your mind, you think that you can come back and contact the DF and check if she is vulnerable, lonely, or silly enough to take you back again. What is done in the dark will always come to the light, you know. The DF has been enlightened by me. Just know that. You know that you missed this wonderful opportunity and that the DF has released you once and for all. You have done wrong by a lot of different people in your life. Your past is catching up with you. Cheating on a good person is like throwing away a diamond, the DF, and picking up a rock, which was the karmic. Once trust is gone, it can never easily be found again. Not in a year, perhaps not even in a lifetime. The karmic screams at her children and would rather watch tarot 24/7 to spy on the DF rather than focus on being a good mother. You are responsible for half of the hatred that the karmic has for the Divine Feminine. You are a troublemaker. Never push a loyal person to the point where they no longer care. You are a smooth operator and a sweet talker. You love bomb women and tell them all of the wonderful things they love to hear. You basically sell them a fantasy. The DF has been through hell and came out an angel. You didn't break her. You don't own that kind of power. You appear to have a love-hate relationship with the Divine Feminine now. I really feel for the Divine Feminine in this love triangle. She didn't even know she was in one to begin with. She was completely innocent in this entire situation. More messages from Spirit to the DN today. You are a pathological liar. You make people believe that you're in love with them and then take what they have. Those who cheat on their partners who are loyal to them don't deserve them. It is a trashy attitude to disrespect a person who was loyal in the relationship by cheating on them. The karmic is a divination abuser. She uses tarot readings to assist her in keeping you and the DF apart. You and the karmic fight one another physically. It is a toxic household and so dysfunctional for the poor children who have to witness the fights. The karmic was simply supposed to teach you lessons. However, you stayed with her for way too long. Karmic relationships are not designed to last. It is never too late to change, masculine. You can change your life overnight. Get on your spiritual journey, start doing the shadow work, heal your childhood wounds, and work through your bad karma. If you do this, you can attract your own abundance and align yourself with me. Just so that you know, the Divine Feminine has forgiven you. The black magic that the karmic placed on you did influence and play a role in you abandoning the Empress. You love having someone to blame in your life. In other words, a scapegoat. The DF is aware that both you and the karmic spy on her and watch her through fake accounts. The Divine Feminine has clarity on everything that you did to her. You can no longer fool her, lie to her, or manipulate her. The DF is making boss moves now, and you are obsessed with both her money and her success. Part of your karma is the guilt that you feel, and that the DF doesn't feel the same way about you that she once did. I know that you wish to go back now and fix the DF's heart that you broke into tiny little pieces. Now you want something long-term and serious with her. The DF is a good enough person to forgive you, but not silly enough to ever trust you again. The Divine Feminine had everything to offer all along. The love, the money, the affection, the blessings, the growth, and the abundance. You didn't want love. You wanted the DF's admiration and obedience as a player in your fake make-believe world. I know that you are reminded of the Divine Feminine everywhere you go. You see her name, synchronicities everywhere, you dream about her, and even hear songs that she loves all the time. I was the one who actually gave the Divine Feminine closure. I helped her see you for who you truly are. Your karma is that you lost her. She was the true love of your life. You were acting like a coward with the DF. You ran away from her with the karmic and gave her no explanation as to why you left. It was very cruel. She was left wondering exactly what had just happened. You knew what you were doing and you knew it would hurt the DF. However, that didn't stop you. You judged the Divine Feminine. You were extremely arrogant. The Divine Feminine is moving in silence now. She feels as though she has to right now. You used your free will to choose the karmic, and that's okay. You can do what you like with your life. What is wrong is that you blame both the karmic and the DF for how your life has turned out. I know that you are laying in a bed right now that you don't want to be in. You are the one who chose that bed. No one tied you up and forced you to stay with the karmic. You chose her using your own free will. If you wish ill on an innocent earth angel, one of God's chosen, then that energy will be automatically returned to sender. This is what has happened to you. The DF is working for me now. She has devoted her life to serving me. That is why wonderful things are happening to her. You are craving the Divine Feminine's forgiveness because she is now a star. This quote is perfect for you. Cheat on a good woman and karma makes sure you end up with the nasty woman you deserve. That is the karmic. You chose a party lifestyle and thought that the karmic was more fun and exciting and reckless. The DF wasn't interested in taking heavy drugs and having sexcapades with strangers. She is way too refined for that behavior. Now we'll get some songs that resonate with the masculine and how he handled the situation between the karmic, him, and the DF. The first one is Just a Gigolo by David Lee Roth. Jar of Hearts by Christina Perri. Payphone by Maroon 5. Holding Her and Loving You by Earl Thomas Conley. I Hate You, I Love You by Nash. It Wasn't Me by Shaggy. Please Forgive Me by Bryan Adams. We Don't Talk Anymore by Charlie Puth. Break Even by The Script. And the last one is You Know I'm No Good by Amy Winehouse. I hope this reading was interesting for you. If it was, please like, share and subscribe as it helps my channel grow. Bye!